Yeah.
So it's fine, but it's not. Nothing is turned on. So your microphone is muted, your camera is muted.
Well, I just unmuted it, so hold on. How do I mute it back? Ah, there it is. So.
Jeez, that was so ridiculous.
What is?
Trying to get connected.
Or are you still there? I think I lost you.
Hello.
Okay, try to say something. I don't know if I can hear you. Okay. That's all right. Oh, now I think I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, can you hear me at all? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Hold on. Still having some problems. Okay. Testing. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. But it's kind of muffled, but yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Okay. I'm going to do a couple more things here to finish getting this set up.
Okay.
We're almost all the way set up. We're not quite there.
Keep talking.
Yeah, this is always easier after the second or third time.
Okay.
Okay, so right now we're on YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. This is my first time.
Oh, that's funny. All right, what we want to do is connect up to Uniquelahoma. So that's what I'm working on getting ready here.
Okay.
And I had to change the publish time because it's a little busy today. So. Goodness gracious. Video.
We have some technical difficulty.
Slow internet.
Oh.
It's my most hated thing. Okay, publishing tools. Settings. What I'll set you up on, which is going to make this a little bit easier,
Okay.
is a streaming service. And so next time we'll do this, we'll do it a little bit different, but it'll be way easier.
Okay. Did you like my joke I sent?
No, I didn't see it.
No, you didn't. The excuse me.
Listen.
Thank you. Oh, the Heckathorn and Hippie show.
Oh gosh.
Of course you're the hippie.
Right.
No, I said let's get the Heckathorn and Hippie show going. That's what I said. Kind of has a nice ring to it.
Yeah, I know. Okay.
Yes.
All right. This should start us streaming on Facebook.
Okay.
So I'm gonna call it something. Now we're going into this a little bit blind because I didn't get to read the article.
Okay. This is on Weily, correct?
Yeah, Weily, Olson.
Yeah, Weily Olson. Okay.
So we should. There it goes. All right, it's starting to see our feed.
Okay.
So we can pull this over. Now, what was your title you came up with?
Who let the old tiger out of the cage?
Okay. Let me pull that up.
I believe that's the title.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up so I can name it the same thing on the video.
Right, you might want to pull it up because I think I don't remember if I used that as a line or if I used that as the title or both. I wrote another article, the other article today, so it's hard to keep all the words straight in my mind.
Yeah.
So
this is gonna work a little different than I thought because what I was planning on is that as I would talk, it would show my face, and as you would talk, it show yours.
Okay.
But it's not gonna work that way because we're only two people in the conversation.
So how does it work?
You're front and center.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that.
You do need to fix a couple of things because it just looks a little weird right now.
What do I need to do?
Do you have a shade on that window?
I can go pull it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, hang on. I can't hear you unless I got my headphones, so hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, is that better? Well, other than putting a towel or something on there, what would you like me to do?
What if you move to your right
Okay.
And see if we can block the light.
Well, I don't think so. That's going to put me right in dead center with the window. Hold on a second. Let me try something. Yeah, from this position, there's not really a good place to get to set to block out the light.
I think if you sit on the edge of your couch like that,
like I'm sitting right now.
Yeah, it makes you big enough that you can block it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's a lot better.
Okay,
and it's also a lot better position. Like,
and then hold on. Then what?
It's a lot better position, so you don't have to move your camera.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just sit right here then for 30 minutes.
Well, in the future, we'll get you a light. So go behind your computer and light your face up. That's what you want ideally. Like, so maybe next time, before we get a light, we could try setting you on the counter. And then you'll be facing the window and your computer will be turned around the other way. Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay.
I see.
Okay. All right, let me make sure I got all the names spelled right, which I don't. So I'm going to fix this.
Okay. How come you're so loud on my end?
It's just your volume.
Well, I did. I adjusted it. That didn't fix
it. So let's see here.
Because I'm all the way down to like 10, and you're still.
Oh, you're probably
really loud.
You're probably adjusting the wrong range.
Oh. Okay.
Because remember, you got headphones plugged in, so you're probably adjusting.
Yeah, and it says speaker on dual headphones when I click on it.
Yeah, there should be one that's called headphones. So when you click on that, there's a little drop down right above the volume area.
Mm-hmm.
And you click on that. That's what you want to click on.
Oh, gotcha. Independent dual headphones, that would be the one?
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay, now say something.
Testing.
Sound. Oh, much better. Okay, much better.
That's funny.
Glad you think so.
Somebody does.
Someone laughing at us?
No clue. Oh, dang it. Okay, Oklahoma. So I'm setting all our tags and stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going live now.
Okay.
So now we're live on Facebook.
Hello, Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know if they could see us.
Only hear us?
Yeah, I'm not sure yet.
Okay. Well, I'm CL Harmon, and I'm new at this online live thing, so bear with me. And while Spencer Heckathorn and I talk about some things with Uniquelahoma, the first one being our latest story, which is going to publish later today. Spencer, you want to chime in on that before I go any further?
Yeah, I don't know if it's actually working. So I guess I'm going to close this page and hope it's working.
Well, I hope so. So
yeah, you and me both. Okay, so yeah, assuming it is working, tell us about Weily.
About Weily?
Yeah.
Weily Olson is a well, at this time he's an amateur MMA fighter, mixed martial arts, and his story will be released later today. And what is very interesting, not that he's an MMA fighter, that at one time he was working to be a professional wrestler. He even did, I believe it was 5 tryout matches with WWE. What is amazing is his age. He's 48 years old. But more than that, he has had a plethora of problems that stem from a motorcycle wreck that he had in 2006. That alone produced 21 surgeries. And then his retina was detached, and that was an additional 11 surgeries. And so it's pretty amazing to read about what he's gone through in order to be where he's at today. So, and go ahead.
I was going to say he had some military service and a few other things
yes.
like that, right?
Yeah, he's actually, this September, he will have been in the Army National Guard for 20 years, and he's hoping to stay in and age out, I believe was the term he used. His first 4 years were active duty, and then he went into the Guard, and he's a Black Hawk helicopter mechanic. So, and he was actually supposed to be deployed, but when he was going through the medical aspect where they train you to make sure that you're healthy enough to go, that's when they realized that he had, or I don't know if they realized he had some heart issues at that point, or if he already had some, and they just thought, no, these are too severe to take you, to send you there. What makes it so interesting is he's had 3 heart surgeries since December. So that's in and of itself is pretty amazing. So it's a really interesting story. I mean, for anyone that feels like, the odds are stacked against me, or I'm too old, or whatever, it's a really compelling story.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That is very cool. So, did he say there's anything about his style or anything for his fighting, or did y'all get into any of that stuff?
Well, basically, it's a mixed bag. From what he explained, there's you have to have some wrestling skills and some boxing skills. Some different types of martial arts, and you basically, the way I understand it is you have to study several different types of fighting because you don't know really what they've studied. So you might study some jiu-jitsu and something else that's has to do with that. And so you have to know a little bit about all the different ones. And so you not only can be offensive when you fight, but also defensive against what they're bringing, your opponent is bringing at you. He studies. I mean, he practices. He's in the gym almost every day. Sometimes it's for weight training. Sometimes it's for actual boxing. Sometimes it's to practice martial arts. And he has a trainer in the martial arts that helps him. And we talk a little bit about that in the story.
Oh, that's cool. Now, I know he's got a match coming up, or a fight coming up on like August 3rd or something?
Yes, at River Spirit Casino. And I believe he's fighting a man, his opponent, I believe, is a man named Lee Bell, I believe is what he said. And this will be his first fight since 2011. So this is an amazing, cool. It's an amazing feat for him to come back. And he tells a story that he fought in 2011 in Oklahoma City, and on a Saturday night, and the following Monday he had a knee surgery, and those different types of surgeries that have all stemmed from this, or most that have stemmed from this motorcycle accident that he had, just kept him out. It's when you start figuring in the recuperation times and different things, and still having to work, and it became very difficult for him to continue. And I think a lot of it was he was really devastated, because he truly wanted to be a professional wrestler and was building a name for himself and was working his way up, and then just got this sidelined by an accident that wasn't even his fault. And so, because he mentions a little bit about depression, and I think so there were some different things that I think went on, and time sort of passed, and it just and then I believe it was April of last year, the military, he had ballooned up to about, I think it was 307 pounds or 305, and the military said, you either have to lose weight or we're going to kick you out. And he loves, and so he loves the military. He loves what he does, and so he said, I'm not going to allow that to happen. So he hired a personal trainer, and I think within the first month he had lost 30 pounds, and he eventually dropped off about 75 pounds. And and while he was there and he was losing weight and working with the trainer, that's when he became, there was a man there that was teaching kickboxing, and he was intrigued, and so he started taking some lessons, and this man encouraged him to get back in the ring, keep working out, keep trying, and that was just the push that he needed. So he for lack of better terminology, he got back in the ring, or at least he will be. So
yeah.
So like I said, it's really an amazing story to see someone, that goes from a depressive state, and has ballooned up to over 300 pounds, within less than a year's time, or in about a year's time, or a little over a year, has gone from that to where he's to step into the ring. And this will be for Del Apollo Cook's Extreme Fight Night. And he said, he doesn't know anything about his competitor or his opponent, but he does say, I would be willing to bet you he's somewhere in his 20s, and he's probably young and lean, and he said, but he said, I just know I'm going to go in there and I'm going to win. He has a great attitude.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's he's really a remarkable person, he doesn't talk too much about the accident, other than to say that basically this driver blew a stop sign, and he had basically tore every muscle from his neck to his groin.
Wow.
He had some broken ribs, and he had to have knee surgery reconstruction and surgery reconstruction, and so there were a lot of different injuries that would take multiple surgeries to correct. Anyone that knows, that's ever had a surgery like that where it takes time to recuperate, knows that you tend to get tired, lethargic, you lose your energy, which makes it all that more difficult for him to want to get up and say, no, I'm going to do this, and to force himself to go into the gym every day and work. So it's a really great story.
Yeah, that is really cool. Did y'all talk about family or anything like that?
He did not talk much about it. He did say that, he said his wife supports him. I believe her name is Beth. But then he kind of backs a little bit and said, well, she's never said she doesn't support me. So as far as I know, she does. But she does. No, she and I think he was joking, of course. And she does. She goes to the fights. She goes and so she supports. She knows that he loves it, and he said that although he's he knows that she's concerned because he's had so many health problems and surgeries that but she doesn't say anything to discourage him from that, and that his doctors have all given him an okay to step into the ring.
Yeah, that's really cool. Cool stuff. So, is there anything else you want to say about that, or do we want to talk about some other stuff too?
Just to ask you to read the story. It's a great story, I think. Not because I wrote it, but because the subject material is really great. So, and if you're into that, you might even go see him and watch him fight.
Yeah, I think his fight is the 3rd, right? Or is that wrong?
No, I believe it is. I believe it's the 3rd at 8 o'clock, and it's River Spirit Casino, and it's the Del Apollo Coats Extreme Fight Night. And so, so if you're into that, maybe go check him out. It might be a great fight. I would like to say that. I would like to add that if he wins this fight, he's going to consider or go pro. I don't know how they do that. But even though he knows he'll never get picked up because of his age, at least he will be able to fight, professionally, and get some fights under his belt. He just wants to fight the local circuits and hopefully, maybe pick up a couple of sponsors to help him, and so he can continue to do this, which I think is extremely admirable, and that someone 48 years old is willing to step in there and either give a beating or take one. Either way. So.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to watch. Now, we did reach our time limit because of our technical difficulties, but we'll definitely go live again and talk about other stuff. If you guys have any questions or anything, just leave a comment on the video and please share it, and definitely check out the story, which I'll put in the comments, the link once it posts.
All right.
So thanks, everybody.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Appreciate you listening. And for my first time, I'm not as nervous as I thought I would be. So thanks again for listening.
Cool.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.